What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's been a busy one. I was up actually before 6 o'clock this morning. You know, it's crazy. It is so beautiful out here. Riding the roads, all the bridges and all the rivers, everywhere you go, there's the White River and stuff. You go to the state capitol. There's rivers that run underneath the buildings and stuff. I can see if you got enough rain, you in trouble here. I mean, there's literally houses that are built that are just kind of hanging over some of the rivers. I don't know if they originally were built back away from it and the river shifted or what, but it is picturesque. But we found out today, I'm used to having Home Depot or Lowe's, 5-10 minutes away, if there's no traffic and stuff. The closest Home Depot to the site that we're working at starting tomorrow is 50 miles away in another state. Literally. I went from Vermont to Home Depot in New Hampshire. No joke. No joke. And I'm going to tell you, man, don't break down on the roads out here, because the cell service, you can go in 5G, you're okay, and all of a sudden, nothing, okay? So, you can't call anybody. It's like the old days where you literally have to pull off on the side of the road and ask for directions. Anyway, I had planned on doing a live stream scheduled show because at 8 o'clock, it's so funny how the NFL says, schedule release 8 o'clock. And I told you, drip, 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 how, you get bits and pieces of things. And what time was it that we were on the road? It was what, 5:30? When we were doing, I think it was about 5:30. 5:30, I ended up doing a video, and it was good because I couldn't do the live stream with my man Game Time Brian, and thank for the schedule release, because we had meetings about all of our volunteers are here and we're leaving out. We got 6:30 in the morning. You have to be there. And mind you, by the way, before I get to this and all that, I'm glad that so many people are so concerned about me and things, because I got an email from somebody who said, because I yawn a lot. I yawn a lot because I'm tired, okay? They say, oh, you definitely got type 2 diabetes, man, because that's why you're yawning. No, I bust my ass all day. See, look, she's over here yawning right now. I didn't yawn. I don't sleep a lot at night because I have to keep flipping over and stuff, because I've got a bad back and bad knee. And of course, then I have to, being old, I got to go pee, and so you're awake. And once I'm awake, it's hard for me to go to sleep. So I only sleep about maybe 4 or 5 hours, a night. And I am going full force all day. I mean, all day long, I'm going full force. So I get tired and I yawn. And that's just how it is. I just do, okay? It's not diabetes. I just had a physical, believe it or not. Believe it or not. What was it, about 2 months ago? 2 months ago, no diabetes. And Philly 500, I ain't scared of you, mother humper. I ain't scared. Philly 500 believes that I'm scared to go to a game in Philadelphia. Philly, I'm gonna tell you, I got the blessing. Actually, I've been blessed. I've been blessed with this wonderful woman over here who has given me the blessing to go to the game in Philadelphia. Show up there with you. But see, I recall having the same conversation last year, and you punked out. Oh, I can't go because it's Christmas week and stuff. My wife won't let me. Okay, who wear pants in that family? Huh? You sitting there saying, I'm scared. I'm scared. You need to look in the mirror, bro. I was smart enough to ask my wonderful bride, and she said, you got my blessing. Just make sure the insurance is paid up. Okay, so we had the release here on Joe Blue Sports while we were driving through Moose Country, and I'm verifying that my numbers, that all I had was correct, and it seems to be all of it was in order. So therefore, even though I was in the meetings and stuff, it was okay that I didn't have the schedule release, because I had already released it. So, as we know, we're going to the Cleveland Browns to open the season. I remember a couple of years ago when it used to be that Dak Prescott couldn't carry Deshaun Watson's jockstrap, and that Deshaun Watson was a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. My, how that's changed since that 4-12 season, that last season he had with the Houston Texans. Storylines with this, of course, we got Amari Cooper that's there, Dak Prescott. We got, of course, Micah Parsons, who trashed the Cleveland Browns, and so they're upset. So you got David Njoku, who's talking smack back at Micah Parsons. So you've got that one. September 15th, New Orleans at home. I wish that game was actually in New Orleans, because I might go down just because, man, those fried oysters and the shrimp poor boys, man, there's some good eating there. But New Orleans with David Carr, of course, a guy who the Cowboys, remember 3 years ago when the Cowboys were working on Dak Prescott's contract, they literally said the Cowboys should let Dak Prescott walk and get David Carr. Trade for that guy. And you know what that guy has done when he's had actually the best wide receiver in football, Devontae Adams, and he had Josh Jacobs, Hunter Renfrow, and all these players? Not shit. You know, they talk about Dak Prescott. He don't do nothing in the playoffs. Well, some guys can't even get to the playoffs, and that's Derek Carr. Then we play again at home versus the Baltimore Ravens on September 22nd. So, you know, on the road, home and home, and then the Giants at home. So we got 3 games, and we're playing, of course, prime time with the Giants on September 26th. So 3 games at home, you know, that's a chance where you got to try and eat. I know Baltimore's going to be tough, but you got those 3 games at home. You need to make some hay there. Going then to Pittsburgh on October 6th, just before my birthday. That'll be a tough game, but that's a game that should be winnable. At least you play Detroit at home. Detroit, who has something to prove, that does not like the Cowboys now. They're a hangry team. They're really hangry. They're really, really hangry. And then we have the bye week. I kind of like this. I feel like they actually did us a favor here, because you got San Francisco after the bye week. Last time we had San Francisco before the bye week, things got better for us after the bye week. Maybe, just maybe, that's a chance for the Cowboys to get themselves, you know, a little chip in the game. That is in Santa Clara, of course. And then we play Atlanta at noon, at home. I'm sorry, at Atlanta. Okay, that Mercedes Dome, that place is pretty cool with their scoreboard that's round. It's definitely nice. Then we play Philadelphia. Philly, don't you lose my number. We play the Eagles November 10th, of course, at home. That's a chance for us to hopefully get ahead of them, because, of course, we have to play them on the road later. We play Houston at home. Now, that one, my friends, is going to be a huge game. And this, you know, we got 3 games in 10 days. I'm happy that we have the worst one early, okay? And we have the worst one at home. That's going to be a tough one, because you're coming off of Philly, okay? You got an extra day before you play them, because it's Monday Night Football. But then all of a sudden, you got a lot of games real short. But if you can do something with Houston, you got the left hand up. You're playing at Washington November 24th, and then you're playing on Thanksgiving at home against the Giants. That's the section where you need to get those 2 games. You really got to get Washington and the Giants, because then you got an extended break before you have to take on Cincinnati. I like that. Here's what I really and truly like. You have, you know, the San Francisco 49ers after the bye week. You got Cincinnati after basically the mini bye week. You've got 3 games in 10 days, but you look at it and say Houston should be the toughest of those. No disrespect, Commanders and Giants, because you know I never disrespect you guys. And then you finish off with Carolina on December 15th, at Carolina. You got Tampa Bay at home. And then you play at Philly, Philly, don't you lose my number. You play Philadelphia in Philly in late December. Are you going to show Philly? Are you going to show? Let me know. Let me know. And then you play Washington. Thank God not in Washington. Because it's like the last 2 years, we'd have froze our ass off against the Commanders with the left hand up. And that's it. And then, if you do well enough there, we're talking about playoffs. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. Are you kidding me? Playoffs? I'm just trying to win a game here. And that's the schedule. And that, my friends, goes exactly with what we released at 5:30 today. Of course, I'm just a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll. And that's all I got. All right, good people. I don't know. It's 9:36 right now. I got to get up about 5:30 in the morning. And this is probably going to take an hour up here in the room to upload. So this might be your fireside chat. One thing that's kind of interesting to me here, as I get ready to rock and roll and go to sleep, or go take a shower and climb under the covers and go to sleep. I mean, I could go to sleep sitting right here. Stephanie Sykes, Randy's wife, as they've been going through a whole lot. Randy's had another surgery again today, and I know he's got a couple more at least to go through. She said the one thing that in her life that ends up being a good sign for her is that she sees cardinals. Not the Arizona Cardinals, mind you, but I mean real cardinals, the birds and things. And that's when she knows everything's gonna be all right, because I saw some cardinals. And today we were at a house that it's crazy, because you see the big hill behind them, and the drain pipe had clogged up with all the rain, because they had rain for like 6 days or whatever, and trees and stuff had clogged up the drain pipe there, so it all just backed up. All this water off this hill that normally goes through this drain couldn't go through it, and it looks like it could clog up again. And it ended up just basically getting directed right at this guy's house, and the backside of his house literally took the brunt of all of this stuff, things, and it literally, that part of the house had to be condemned, and it's gone. He's working on actually getting grant money to hopefully help him to get that part rebuilt. In the meantime, they're taking basically the old attic space upstairs that was unfinished and trying to finish that, because he's lost half the house, to turn that into a bedroom. But when we got finished looking at that house and things, and I'm waiting for everybody else to get to the cars and stuff after doing the site visit, I look over, and what do I see? A cardinal. Yeah. And so I took a picture of that cardinal, and I sent it to Stephanie and said, just a reminder, Randy's going to be okay. Now, you guys know how I roll. I always tell you guys, make sure you tell the people you love how much you love them, because you never know when life is going to change. I love you, baby. So tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And that's my thoughts, early thoughts on the schedule. Now, the final note here as I get ready to get out of here is, we're looking at the schedule right now as the teams finished up last year. Half those teams that were good last year probably won't be this year. That's the way it is. There's always a lot of turnover. For example, think about what they were saying going into the season about the New York Giants. Daniel Jones turned the corner and everything else. That they were a playoff team. They won a playoff game. The Giants are ascending. Well, they did a U-turn and went in the toilet. So some of those teams we're looking at right now and saying, oh man, that's going to be a tough game. You just don't know. They might end up being a bad team. All right, good people. I'll see you all soon. Peace.